That is probably the best power I've done on this type of effort, like ever.
Hey guys, I just woke up and I'm enjoying my breakfast. This time, however, it is a little more special because it's the first time I'm trying this new sports supplement. So what exactly is Nomio and how will this little shot benefit my performance? Let's dive into it. So this relatively new sports supplement came to my attention when I saw some of my competitors and teammates use them this year. And when I searched YouTube for some reviews and experience, I found next to nothing about this supplement. So I figured I just had to try it out myself. And before we begin, I must just emphasize that I am in no way sponsored by Nomio for this video. So this review will be completely unbiased and honest. I paid for this supplement myself, which amounts to about 22 euros for a pack of 4 shots. So let's check them out. So this shot of Nomio contains a high concentration of, wait for it, isothiocyanates, which is an active ingredient in many vegetables aiming to reduce lactate buildup and oxidative stress. On their website, Nomio links to multiple studies showing how Nomio could increase your performance on the bike and also for runners and other endurance athletes. And great sportsmen like Pedersen have praised this supplement for giving him a whole nother feeling on the bike and setting new power records in 2025. So Nomio is based on broccoli sprouts, and one shot of this is supposed to equate about 3 kilograms of fresh broccoli worth of isothiocyanates. So in other words, a dose you would struggle to get through your normal diet. I've had a good first impression of the brand before even actually testing the Nomio shot. It is locally produced in my neighbor country Sweden and made from 100% natural ingredients. It's only 3 ingredients: broccoli sprouts, lemon and sugar. And of course, this shot is free from substances banned by the World Anti-Doping Agency. The nice thing about this stuff is that you don't have to load up on it like you have with other supplements like beta-alanine or nitrates. You're just supposed to take one shot of this 2-3 hours before exercise or competition to enjoy the benefits. So now I'm gonna take it for the first time. Never tasted Nomio before. I'm a little bit excited to see what it actually tastes like. Well, so mostly tastes like lemon actually, but you can also feel the broccoli taste, I guess. But yeah, nothing bad at all. Tastes much better than ketones if someone has ever tasted that. So this is something you could easily have with your breakfast, in my opinion. So today I will have a VO2 max interval on my bike, and I found that to be a perfect opportunity to test this out. Of course, this will be a very non-scientific review because I have nothing to compare my results today with. If I feel that it doesn't work, I could just have had a bad day on the bike, and if I feel really good, it could, on the other side, just be a really good day on the bike. But I will make sure to feel really well for that special feeling Mats Pedersen is talking about, and we'll see if this stuff actually works. So now it's been about 2 hours since I took the Nomio shot. As I said, it's recommended to take the shot about 2 to 3 hours before the intense workout load. So I think taking 2 hours before the workout makes it pretty good, because then it'd be about 2.5 to 3 hours before I start my efforts. My session today is the same one that I had on roads earlier this year, where I made a video about that specific session. You can watch that video right here or here somewhere. I'll also link to it down in the description. The difference now is that I'll ride it mostly flat and in rolling terrain instead of in a hill. It usually doesn't impact my power output too much, so it'll be interesting to compare it to that specific session. My shape on roads was quite good, and my shape now should be quite good. It's not long until one of the biggest highlights of the season, the Arctic Race of Norway. So now I have mounted my Insta360 camera on the bike again, so you can get some real-time footage of me pushing myself in the VO2 max zone, and we'll see if the Nomio shot makes any difference at all. Let's go.
Warm-up is done. I'm gonna go attack those VO2 intervals now, see how it feels. Excited to see, well, how my legs respond, if I can feel any difference at all. I highly doubt, based on my experience on other supplements, that the difference will be very extreme. But if there is a difference, only a slight, it will be worth it. I think this will be a good session to evaluate if this broccoli supplement is worth its money. So that was my first of 3 sets today. 4 by 90 seconds with 45-second breaks. So actually a pretty good way to test out the claims from our good friend from Denmark, Pedersen, who claims that the Nomio helps him recover faster and better between his hard efforts. And my first impression is that I definitely did not fade throughout the first block, even though I opened quite aggressively. So I did 525, 525, 522, and then 536 on the last one. So there was a steady progression there, and yeah, so far so good, I guess. Let's keep going. 15-minute break soon over. Time for some 60 seconds with 30 seconds rest. Even a bigger challenge for my legs to recover between the hard efforts. See if the good feeling continues. That is probably the best power I've done on this type of effort, like ever. However, we will see now on the last effort if I overcooked it, because that may well be the case. Last one is 30 15s, 8 of them, so not a long block, amounts to about 6 minutes. But yeah, probably the ultimate test of this recovery enhancement claim. Final effort now. This one is probably going to sting. However, I am determined to finish off on a high. So let's see what this Nomio shot is good for. Well, to be honest, that last one felt more normal. So probably overcooked it a little bit on a second effort today, but I got through it nicely and did push around 550 on the 30-second efforts this time. I will have some cool down now, and when I get home I will review the workout. I will see if there was in fact a big difference from the other times that I've done this session, and then I can come with a very unscientific conclusion about the Nomio shot. So see you back home.
So I'm back from training. I gotten some lunch and some rest, and after analyzing my workout on Training Peaks, I can definitely say that these are the best power numbers I've done on this exact session this year. However, it's very important to note that this is just one anecdotal experience from my part and cannot be used as an evidence that this supplement actually works. However, I am a big believer in science, and there's actually many years of research backing the claims of the effect of isothiocyanates for athletes. All the relevant articles on the subject can also be found on Nomio's own website, so I will link to it down in the description below if you want to read it yourself. So all in all, I've gotten a very good first impression on the use of Nomio, so I will keep using it mainly for my competitions and the upcoming Arctic race of Norway, so it will be really interesting to see if this little shot actually can improve my results on the pro level. The long-term effects, however, will be for a later video. This was only to show my first impression of the product, and I hope you guys found it interesting or useful. Have you guys tried isothiocyanates for your training? Please let me know down in the comments section down below, and I'll see you later. Ciao.